Small fleet issues is the topic for today. That's what we're talking about, to give good information in front of good people so you can make decisions that help your business thrive. So let's start with the number one topic. Now, we are talking about trucking companies with their own authority, with maybe two, three, four, five trucks at most, right? One of the top issues that is out there for someone of that size, I mean, we were there at one point, would be equipment.
Yes, and I would say equipment, because obviously, usually you don't have credit. Even if your credit is good, with good credit, it's very easy to buy a first truck. It's not very easy to buy a second truck because everybody is aware of the problems that growing fleets have. So the cost of equipment can go significantly up, especially the starting cost.
And not just equipment, because like let's say you bring on some owner-operator and you don't need to buy the truck, but you have to offer them a trailer.
Yes, so here we go. Now you have to go out and either purchase a trailer or lease a trailer. The challenge there is that owner-operator, he's free to go anytime he wants.
Yeah, but the irony of that, though, is still also guys like growth spurts come in like 3 to 4. So not necessarily is it this beautiful trajectory like, one trailer a month and you have time to plan. No.
And at some point it happened to us when, first, like with a very small fleet, we used to not offer plates. And then we had a guy who came in with 5 trucks, no plates. The decision had to be made, and it was a permanent decision.
And the plate program was born. So you got to offer certain perks in order to be in the game. So guys that are having these challenges, what is a solution for an individual like that?
Well, first of all, if you're in business, you're in business. So the only solution for it, you either have to do it and live through this and push through all the challenges, or you don't. You gotta pick one.
Well, here's another. Okay, yeah, so we'll catch a guy because they call in with all shapes and sizes, different time phases of when this owner operates. So we got a lot of people that call in that are planning. Here's an alternative, and you want your own trucking company under your own authority. You can lease on to someone, get to the number of growth that you're looking for, while you're eliminating some liabilities off of your plate. So now you got your fleet of owner ops, if you will. You got your owner, your company trucks. If you wanted to put some of those, gives you an ability to get these trailers, get big and strong to that number, and then bounce.
Some of the best startups that I've seen is usually an owner operator gets to about 2-3 trucks, then comes into the company, leases on those trucks, and starts working. In most cases, you will be most effective as a dispatcher, because that's what you need the most to start. Mm-hmm. And then slowly, they grow their fleet already from the inside of the company to about 7, 8, 10 trucks. And then we do the separation at a very, very healthy and stable number fleet.
There you go.
That's when we start their own authority. That's when we fire everything up and move on. Because you don't have to, let's say, you have one truck, right? Now you need 1 trailer. For as long as you're driving, you're good. Now, let's say you bought a second truck. If you lost a driver, you're still paying for that truck. Now, what if you leased another trailer for a 1-year lease? That's double the expense. So when you're joining the company, no problem. You have 1 truck, great. The trailer is in the back.
Right.
You bought another truck instead of a trailer. You got a driver. You don't have to worry about the trailers. You don't have to worry about upfront cost of insurance and everything else. Everything is there for you. The fuel cards, it's all there. The plates, so you can put another truck to start running for you. Now you have a decision to make as you're growing. What am I doing? Am I buying a 3rd truck, or am I adding a trailer and having 1 truck running under 1 program, another truck under another program?
There we go.
Let's say you decide to buy another truck. Great, no problem. Trailers are in the back. Let's say you decided to buy 1 trailer. Now it's a lesser risk option, because in case if you, let's say, don't have a driver for a few months, not a big deal. You can still survive paying for that truck that's parked, but you're not paying for 2 trucks and 2 trailers and 2 pieces of insurance, because nobody's going to just cancel on you for as long as you have it under your ownership.
Right.
We're not going to let you take 1 truck off because it's parked. So there is a lot of opportunities to actually save money this way, to learn the business, to grow to a healthy size at your own pace. And then if you still want to do it, you already know so much about the business and everything else. It becomes so much easier. However, a lot of people choose to continue growing as a fleet owners because there is another problem: DOT, insurance.
Yeah, and
Safety.
And you know what? Even when you tell the story about how the plate program was born, here you go. You got a guy that onboarded with 5 trucks, and the reason he was probably doing that is because he's leveraging, if there was an IRP audit, the DOT coming in, checking, looking underneath the skirt, what are they going to find? All of that leverage, he always gets to move his 5 trucks and always stay alive.
And for the most part, it's a rare commodity to see an owner-operator, growing from 1 truck and building slowly up. Most of the fleet owners that I've seen that show up with 5 trucks, that's already after bad DOT audit, after insurance non-renewal, after the whole set of issues. Some of them are fixable by joining a fleet. Others are not, because that could be just such a deep financial problems that even if the fleet can save you, we can hand you the trailer, we can hand you insurance, we can hand you fuel cards, you lost the trust of your drivers.
Yeah, for sure. And even, which brings topic number 2, we kind of covered that too, but dispatcher. So the beauty about, you leasing on to someone, that dispatcher's ready to go, ready to make some money, and they're trained. And it also gives you an ability to identify what your driver's actually capable of. So imagine the guy hangs it up and he quits in a week. But we know what happens in trucking, right? We've all been there. But now now the trailer goes back to the yard, truck is there. You even probably got the inner working of that company that you're leased onto, where they know someone who knows a driver and they'll help you fill that seat. Not saying it happens all the time, but you're in a better position than if you would have bought that truck, bought that trailer, and the guy quit on you in a week, and now you have this additional cost on you, and it makes it that much harder to grow.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, one of the situations that I really, really hate when sometimes we do have a driver that's a very well-established driver of a company, very well working with a certain dispatcher. It's already a working formula. And let's say owner-operator decides to retire.
Mm-hmm.
And now that, for the most part, that driver is going to just come over and be like, hey, do you have somebody else I can run for? And man, it hurts if you don't have a solid owner-operator with a nice truck to hand it to that dispatch, to that driver.
Yeah, that's for sure. Been there a few times, but here you go, all part of trucking. So again, equipment, dispatcher, and I know you touched it a little bit. Number 3 would be DOT and insurance. Man, that's another major issue for some small fleets.
Yes, because first of all, one of the big mistakes people make, we think that DOT is just a joke. We think that DOT wants to hear their excuses why PC was overused or something else.
Mm-hmm.
And usually it only lasts until first audit.
No, yeah, and a lot of people, when they don't see it firsthand, they don't believe it. But trust me, man, in this last 2 months, 2 companies gained some owner-operators, but again, DOT shut down unfit. And why? Because, I just couldn't. I guess the owner couldn't handle the audits.
Here we go. And sometimes you can maybe still save a day, but it's going to cost you an arm and a leg for sure, and you're never going to make it back.
No, and then the guys that were with you, are they even going to stick around? It's a long battle, man. It's a long fight.
It is, because everybody is cool for as long as your safety score is good. It's all good, and then the same guys that helped you to burn that safety score, we're going to tell you, all right, man, I'm just tired being pulled over on those scales.
Exactly. Have you seen your safety score? Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, it has your name attached to it. But yeah, that's a problem, and obviously the cost of insurance is very, very big issue.
Yep.
And within first at least 1, 2, 3 years, it can be very, very problematic. And if you add DOT and safety issues to it, it becomes unbearable.
There you go. So again, leasing on, even for like individuals like ourselves, these guys are just gonna link up to our safety. Now you have to be able to play ball. You got to know that your best interest is kept in mind. And there's going to be some internal policies in order to keep that safer score nice and healthy, because it's monumental to the success of everyone. So you have that, and And the insurance. I mean, all you really worry, what's an owner operator here worry about? Just when we send a new cert out, that's about it. How much?
Yeah, that's the only challenge that there is really about insurance, because it doesn't even change the cost of doing business for owner operator. For us, it does, but for them, it doesn't.
That's why you have gray hair, guys.
I know. That's why I cut it short.
All right, guys. So there you have it. 3 major issues that should not be deal breakers. You have alternatives. Just weigh your options. Make the right one. And again, 863-342-5171. If we could help, give us a call.
All right, guys. Take care.